If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Westside Dutch writes 5 novels while he was locked up in prison. Let's talk hip-hop.
Call me Westside Dutchie from the bottom side of Harlem. I don't think they want a problem. All these niggas know what's up. Need no man, my blood cousin. Never call a cuz. Buzzing. Lot of lows, they know me. When they see me, put them C's up. I'm the lucky on the left, not the one you wanna test. If you do, you get the F. In the end, you know the rest. You and Peace, your mom's a mess. All black as your mama dress. Tech grip in your mama chest. For real.
Alright, yo, so that was a song called MJ by an artist named Westside Dutch, or Westside Dutchie is what they call him in Harlem, right? So yeah, man, he's from Harlem, born and raised. He's an actor and also a rapper, right? I mean, first fell in love with hip hop probably like when he was like 4 or 5 years old, when he was at his grandmother's house, and he used to actually witness his cousins recording music off of Hot 97 onto actual cassette tapes, right? They'd be listening to like Funk Flex, DJ Clue, K Slade, people like that, right? I mean, this is fire because yeah, he was raised by his grandmother in Harlem. I mean, she always encouraged him, influenced him, and supported him to be great. But I mean, you know, it's kind of tough when you don't have the means, when you are growing up in Harlem, when, you know, you growing up in the 90s, right? So, you know, he did get into a little bit of trouble. I mean, he ended up getting locked up for a little while, but he really didn't let that break his spirit, right? Westside Dutch actually sat there and ended up writing 5 novels while he was locked up in prison, right? So the whole situation is that once he got out of prison, you know, he was just trying to get back into the swing of things. He's in Harlem, he's chilling with some people that he knows, and he ends up seeing, of all people, Deborah Cardona from Deja Vu Films filming a scene right there on 114th and St. Nick, right? So he goes up to her and he's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what do you do for a living? And bop, bop, bop. She tells him, you know, I produce movies, so on and so forth. And he's like, word? Because I wrote a bunch of novels when I was locked up, and a lot of people are telling me that these should be movies, right? So she's like, whatever. I mean, she probably just thought like he was trying to holler at her or something like that. But she actually did look at his work, and when she saw it, she was really impressed, man. And the crazy thing is that he had these novels written out by hand, right? So he didn't know how to structure it into a script or anything like that. She helped him with that. So now he ended up becoming a screenwriter as well, right? So this is fire, right? So he plans on releasing his first novel in September 2021 in the fall, and it's gonna be called Chanel, Lady of Harlem, right? And he's also gonna release the movie based off of that novel sometime in 2022, Chanel, Lady of Harlem, which is gonna be fire, right? And so basically the story kind of circles or centers around a group of people, a girl and her best friend, right? The main character of the movie is her best friend, but we're watching everything from the girl's perspective, right? Her best friend is a dude, I guess he's in the streets, and we're kind of seeing it the way that she sees it, right? So she's narrating the whole entire book and movie, man. It's gonna be dope, right? So yeah, man, I mean, I asked him straight up, right? I said, yo, Westside Dutch, are you a rapper or are you an actor? Like, what are you focusing on for real, right? He told me he's focusing on both. Well, not really both, but he said that he's focusing on all of it, right? Which basically means that this is way more than just rapping and acting. He says that this is greatness in a movement, basically, right? And that what he's doing is he's using his words to influence kids right now, right? And actually, you know, he's not being preachy or anything about it, but he's trying to let them know that it's a little bit more to this street shit than just your chain and your money, that there's dark sides to it too, that you do have to pay the piper, right? I mean, he's not calling it, you know, anything preachy, but what he actually coined the term information rap, right? Like, I'm giving you the information, and what you do with it is what you do with it, right? I mean, I guess this kind of has something to do with his upbringing because, you know, while he was raised by his grandmother, she used to actually tell him a lot of stories about Malcolm X. She used to tell him about how she saw Malcolm X outside in Harlem talking to people on the side of the street, sitting on a milk crate, you know, preaching and things like that, you know? She instilled a lot of Malcolm X's values into Westside Dutch, which is crazy because Westside Dutch was born on the same exact day that Malcolm X was killed, right? So could Westside Dutch be Malcolm X reincarnated? Y'all let me know in the comments down below.